Honestly, I was very nervous, and throughout the race, the first 3K was okay until I noticed that when there was these two big hills, one was like up really high, like slight high, and then one was like really steep that you could like fall forward. So then I overstrided down and I pulled my calf, and I could feel it for the last 3 kilometers. My calf is doing better now. I've been going to physio, and I'm hoping this race this weekend at Chase Mill will go better.
So the start was a little bit rough. I feel like I didn't start off as good as I could have. I got stuck behind a few people, but that was okay. I wasn't sure about how my heels would hold up. It's the first time back in those spikes. So the first K or so was kind of rough that way. It kind of hurt a bit. I'm glad I pushed through that. And then around the last K or so, it was getting pretty tough again, but there was one hill you had to go up and then back down and back up again. So Dave was on that first hill at the top, which was great because he really helped to push me through to the finish. So yeah, overall it was a pretty good race. I put a good hard effort in, I think, and I'm pretty happy with the result. I was 4th again, same as last year, so I was pretty happy with that. Of course, there's a little bit nervousness, but I think I'm pretty excited. I always love it racing. It's lots of fun, enjoy it a lot, so mostly looking forward to it. I'm sure on the race day I'll feel a little bit more nervous, but once the race starts, good to go.
I'm obviously I'm like 50-50 right now because I'm nervous and I'm excited because it's nationals and you never know what could happen. We could go to nationals, we couldn't, but overall I think I've been feeling more confident than the other races because now my calf is better. So then I think I'll do better than most of the other races I've done so far, the last 2. So I was like running, and to be honest, I still can't really remember because how many times I fell. I fell 4 times in total. So like I think it was the part, I don't know if it was the second lap, I think it was the first lap. I felt good and I was like, okay, this is actually going really good. Then on like the carpet part where the pavement is, they had to put carpet because for people that wear spikes in the race. I tripped over that, and Dave, Amanda, and Rob all saw that and they felt back as a huge thump. And I was like, okay, no, I'm fine. I'm gonna keep on going. And I kept on going. And I think the second lap, I fell right where it was like a downhill, like steep, and then you had to go up. I fell in the rock right in front of Dave, and it was just bad. I was scraped all over. I still am scraped from my knees and my elbows, so they're still full of like scabs. But I think like I feel like that might have happened is because I just felt very overwhelmed of like all my family and friends watching me, and I don't usually have that because my races are usually far away and they can't make it. So I just feel like the overwhelming part might have got to me during the race, but overall it was iffy. But
First lap felt really good. It was pretty quick, I think, but I was with the runners who I was used to running with, so I just wanted to stick with them and just let it roll. It felt really good. Like, it was hard not to smile during that lap. Like, I love racing, so when I'm having fun and it doesn't feel too hard yet, it's hard not to smile. The second lap I started and I was like, oh, I don't know, we'll just keep going, we'll stick with them and see what happens. The beginning of the third lap was I was like, oh boy, I don't know. So I tried to just stick with them and go hard still. That one hill just at the end of the 5th kilometer was a little bit rough. But once I got around there, I was like, all right, 1K left, I gotta pick it up. I can do this, it's only a K left. So I kept on going around the last, I don't know, let's say 300, 400 meters. There was one person right in front of me. So I was like, I'll just go get them now. Might as well kill them now, or get them hard now. Yeah, so I slowly picked it up. They did too, so it was a really kind of like a neck on neck for a little bit. Then once I passed her, I was like, oh, now I'm not giving up. So it was a really good hard finish, which I like doing that anyway, so I was happy with that. Oh, I was very happy. I think my goal was just to get better than last year, so better than 10th, and I definitely did that. I was, yeah, pretty happy with that.
I was kind of frustrated, but I was still happy that I finished because even my coaches told me, Amanda, Rob, and Dave, they're like, you should be happy that you at least finished and didn't give up after falling that many times, but yeah.
Yeah, so they did really well. They all came in like one after another, and I was like, yeah, let's go team. Like, it was really fun cheering them on. It was just like great, like one after another, and it was really obvious that it was Conestoga, here we come.
Yeah, we were all together, so it was pretty amazing and shocked me. I was so proud of everyone, to be honest. It was actually amazing. I finished with Amy and Daria, and I don't know who was behind me. I think Josie was behind me or something. I can't remember, but yeah, we finished all like together, surprisingly, because that never happens, but I was surprised at the end. It was just like all of us together, like motivating each other, like, let's go, let's go. Oh, the men did amazing. I thought they looked so motivated. They looked very strong throughout the whole race. I was like, I don't know how you guys are doing this up the hill, looking very strong. They were still going like at the same speed. They weren't slowing down. They were still keeping their eyes up, and they looked tired, but they were doing amazing. Like, I think they came 5th overall? I can't remember. But they were trying to get there, the top 15. They were telling us, like, we were there and then we slowed down. They were so disappointed, but they were still happy they still did it.
I kind of did like my cool down kind of thing while they were racing. So there's one spot where I could run back and forth between. So it was really fun that way. I love cheering, I love racing, I love everything about it. So just like, yeah, just cheering them on and back and forth, and it was like lots of fun because I know they were really close, or they really wanted to be the top 5 team, and so trying to just cheer them on, make them feel motivated, and yeah, push hard.
That was amazing. I was watching, we were cheering him on, trying to get him motivated to stay where he is.
So I didn't really get to see the final push, but I did know he was doing really well. He was really close to the front, which was really fun. So then once I got to the finish line, I didn't know what he placed or like how he did. But then once I did, I was like, yeah, we got another person going. It's not just me. It's like, so now I have even more reason to watch the men's team and cheer them on a little bit more. Of course, hopefully I can get the same or better than last year. I don't know if that's too ambitious, but we'll see. So yeah, top 25 would be amazing.
If I look back on all my races and compare to when I will be training, I think there's certain levels of like training, like base, like Dave told me. And I feel like if I keep on like focusing on myself and not stressing about other things, I feel like I'll improve way more than I was back then. When the summer hits, I do more of like the 400 and the 800 meter and 1500 meter races. So that helps me with my conditioning as well.